I'm Bill Ritchie. Before I start the test for the Frigate No. 5 Halfwood, I soak some paper. I'm going to print with some black paper and get a couple of sheets of white paper as well. I soak that for about an hour. And then I blot off the surface water with some dry blotter paper. Press that out so that as much water as I can get off the surface. And I'm going to need several sheets of newsprint cut to the size of the press bed, and that should be damp, just slightly damp. So I'll only spray that, I don't need to soak it. I have a plastic bag. That's going to be called the damp book. And I'll take a sheet of newsprint and a sheet of the good paper, and I'll interleave them. Interleave all of them, the white paper and the black paper, together, so that I have newsprint, good paper, newsprint, good paper, and so on. And put the whole thing into the bag. Fold it up so that it won't dry out, and put a block, just put a block on it to keep it flat.
Hi, I'm Bill Ritchie, and I'm going to test Frigate No. 5, which is going to France, to Lionel. And before I go to the Intaglio, which is I usually do from a copper plate, I thought I'd print this little woodcut. So I will print the plate with white ink on black paper, and that way the lines of the artwork will show through as black. So we'll see how it turns out. The Frigate press is designed to print intaglio or relief, or planographic for that matter if you're into vitriography. And if you use stencils in your printing, then of course it will print with stencils too. So let's try a relief print. The block was cut by Rick Miller, who is using the CNC router system to cut wood blocks. He's just starting to make CNC cut wood blocks for printing. This will be the first trial proof. The block was never printed, so I'm going to purposefully over ink the block. Daniel Smith water-soluble ink is not water-based ink. It means that you can wash up with water. It is not a water-based ink, it's a water-soluble ink. Now I'll get my paper. This is a Fabriano charcoal paper, and so it's not really meant to be wetted. So when I dampened it, some of the color started coming out, but it doesn't matter. And I'm not using any blankets on the press, just putting the block face down and roll it through. All of the Halfwood presses are now rack-driven beds, so we don't have to worry about slippage. There's our little white pirate. Now I'll ink the copper plate with black ink for an intaglio print to continue this test and demonstration. I'm using Charbonnel etching ink and just a drop of burnt linseed oil, double O, double aught linseed oil. Soften it a little bit, mix it up real well. And I have a rubber squeegee and my copper plate. Cover all over and work the ink into the textures and the lines. Now I can begin wiping the plate. I have a hot plate that helps soften the ink. And I'll wipe with tarlatan to start with. Dirty black tarlatan. The main point here is to just get the ink well distributed over the plate so there are no uneven places on it. And then I'll graduate to cleaner tarlatan, and then I will finish with paper wiping. I think that's good. I just want to do a little bit of hand wiping on the edges. My hands are all sweaty, so I'll have to use a little bit of talcum powder on the hand. Otherwise my hand would just stick to the plate. Now, I'll set up the press. First of all, I'll raise the roller all the way up so that I can get the felt blankets underneath. And this is a chain drive press, so I only have to turn one when I'm just taking off the pressure. But when I get the blankets into the press and tighten it down, then I have to use two hands, so there's no unnecessary stress on that chain. It's a strong chain, but there's no need for taking any risks. The felt blankets consist of a set of three. The felt blanket that goes next to the roller is on top. The sizing catcher goes next to the paper, and the cushion blanket goes in between the two. Adjusting the pressure is partly a matter of experience and feel. After years of experience, I know about how it should feel. I also have roller rulers on the side. The press weighs only about 26 pounds, I think, and so it's easy to pick up and move around. And when I put in the paper, I'll be putting down a piece of newsprint first, damp newsprint, which will keep the plate from skidding on the smooth surface of the bed. The bed is made of polycarbonate. I usually print on the rough side of the paper. This is Arches cover. Now, for the benefit of the video, I'm just going to go back again. I don't usually print twice this way, but this time I will. My practice, instead of edition numbers, is to use a moment number, the moment the print was printed, going but first with the year 2013, 13:05:31, and the time on the 24-hour clock is 17:15. And there's the first trial proof. It's a little bit light. I think I didn't have enough pressure on it. So I'll print another trial proof, and I will frame it in a small little mat and send it along as a complimentary print to the owner in Limoges, France, with Frigate Halfwood Press number 5. I'm Bill Ritchie, and I thank you for watching. Now I'm going to talk about the PressGhost. I am a teacher, and it's my idea to put all of my teaching and my skills and knowledge and background in the hood of the Frigate Halfwood Press and all of the Halfwood presses. And that way I can reach a large audience of students. To use it, you take the cable out of the box and plug in the plug into the PressGhost. Extend it out and then hold it in and plug it in that way. And then connect it to any kind of a computer USB port. Then on the computer screen, you click on the computer itself to locate that drive, a removable disk, and you come to a row of folders and the index. When you click on the index, that will open the main first page. It looks just like a web page. In fact, I'm using the same HTML code to create the PressGhost. Once you're here, then you have a choice of going to the various presses. The Pram, the Frigate, the Galleon, and the Mariner are shown here. You can look at the details, for example, of the frigate. Sometimes on a PC you'll see a warning sign that asks you if you want to allow the blocked content, because it's a video, and so I say yes, allow the blocked content. Or I can try the Galleon, so you punch play. This is a video showing.
Hi, I'm Bill Ritchie, and today I'm going to test Galleon Press number 8, Galleon Halfwood Press number 8.
Another feature of the PressGhost is the owners, the people who own the presses. There are, at the time I made this software, 119 people. On this same page you have the user's manuals. Here's the Frigate user's manual. The nice thing about a user's manual online is that you get to have color pictures. This is a PDF file naming the parts, showing where the presses were built, and all that kind of thing. Let's look at the people. Here's the person who just recently received his press in North Carolina in the United States. Now we've gone online. Since I'm in a Wi-Fi environment, I can watch the video on YouTube. Another feature I like very much is games. Printmaker games, I call it. Here again, you have a window warning you that there's blocked content. In this particular one, I have a puzzle, a jigsaw puzzle. And if I had time, I could put the entire picture together and you would see it. It's just it is another Halfwood Press. Oh, I have books that I've written. This is the book that comes with the press, the story, picture books, screenplays, memoirs, Rembrandt's Ghost, my novel, and others. Books that are online, available, some of them as PDFs in this PressGhost, and most of them for sale on Amazon.com. These are resident videos. Honestly, I sometimes forget what it is I have. Here's a pram. Most of these are the same videos you would see if you went to YouTube. And back to the home page. So that gives you an idea how the PressGhost works. remember, look for the index on the HTML on the directory and click index, and that will start the PressGhost. There we are.